Good afternoon. The first item of business this afternoon is time for reflection, and our time for reflection leader today is writer and broadcaster Billy Kay.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for giving me this honour of addressing our National Parliament. I'd like to start with a Ken Speckle quote for Hugh McDermott, one of the skeeliest makers in Scots literature's 1,000-year history. To be yourselves and to make that worth being, nae harder job to mortals has been given. It's maybe even harder for MSPs, for you can't just be yourself for yourselves, but for all the selves, all the souls, all the brother and sister Scots from Maidenkirk to Johnny Groes and ayont that you represent, among whilk there's our 1.5 million Scots speakers. Now's the day and now's the hour to rack suit and bring their words, screeve it in the walls outside of the Parliament, into the heart of this chommer. Words perfect for debate like spear, inquire, threep, assert, jalouse, suspect, tak tent, take care, or it's tint, it's lost, or, gin you dinna want to be douce, you can hae a flightin', for it's a lead hoachin' wi' gleg insults, glaik it, gawk it, gowk. And then say you'll raise the international profile of this heart with words for Fremit leads that touch us hame. French suffachet, dinna fash yoursel, Dutch hunkers, Scandinavian lugs, and Latin dispone. You'll be howking as weel for a gowden seam in your ain party's histories. McDermott was a founding father of the National Party. Fella Macker, Cunningham Graham and his friend Keir Hardie, the Labour Party. The chiel what first defined our democratic intellect was the Conservative Walter Elliott. The Liberal Gladstone was originally Gledstane, Gled being Scots for the bird of prey, the kite, Gledstone. And the Greens. The Greens are thrilled to our aye-biding land, where Scots words like smer, caller, har, or gloamin seem to arise out the yard itself and haud our hearts. But, more important than thone, you'll gie a signal to the wains in the skill that the culture of their hame is valued by folk elected by their mothers and fathers. Bairns like the quaint wee lass in primary 2 in Falkirk were ran and louped into her teacher's arms, laughing and greeting with joy when she first heard her mother tongue in class. Or the sweet learners in Dundee, dour teenage boys who get to the top of the class for the very first time when the language they used ilka day come into the skill in books that they then devoured and never look it back. Scottish wains transformed learning a Scottish Leid. A nation where naebody's excluded and obody kens that they belong. Surely, dear members of the Scottish Parliament, those will worth being yourself for. Thank you.